If you're new here, I do content about self-reliance and relationship, and today's topic is going to be genuine versus manipulative. So I do these YouTube lives every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time, and Saturdays at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys find this video content of value, you guys could show your appreciation by donating or doing a pledge to one of my Patreons. So there's going to be links down below if you guys are interested. That will help support my career as a content creator. Now, if you guys have any questions or concerns, you could message me down in a comment below. I like answering questions. And that said, I will have another video. I think this is my right side, right? Somewhere in the right, on the top right corner of your screen after this video, or as you're watching this on the replay, there's going to be that eye up there, and there's going to be an animated series of why nice guys finished last. If you guys want to watch that, because it's going to be concurred to what we're talking about today, where, being genuine versus being manipulative. And also, thank you all for the likes too as well. So I'll leave it up there if you guys want to watch it. It's an animated series. I'm pretty proud of it. I like it. I like it. Anyways, so what I like to do is I always talk about a recap, and then I have about 4 slides that I want to talk to you guys about today, and then I will go over the summary too as well. Okay, so genuine versus manipulative. The recap is on people who find reasons to be upset, and the slide is on being in denial. If you guys want to find more videos, it's going to be in my Instagram. Okay. But anyways, people will find reasons to be upset. Okay, so the reason why I want to use this slide in particular is because these are the type of people that view life in a different view. They see things against them. They feel like no one really has their back. Why me? Things happen a second here. Things happen for you, not to you. That's what we like to discuss about. But these people, they play the victim, and they're saying like, why me, why me, why me? And this, it's not always about you. Okay, you how I see it is, we're not that special. What we can do is we could do things for ourselves. And if you want to be more likable, how are you going to do this? And these are certain ways. But anyways, the slide is called being in denial. And in specific, this is going to be for the other person, meaning don't make excuses for their behavior. So just because they're not treating you very well, they're not treat just because they're not treating you well, they might say certain things and they might draw you back in, but don't make excuses for their behavior, because when you start making excuses for their behavior and they see that, they're gonna try to capitalize on that, and they're gonna try. And these people that are quote unquote manipulative, or you could call them narcissists or whatever you want, but these are the type of people that will see that and they will try to exploit you for that. So be careful. Okay. Also, don't put up with their BS. Don't ignore the red flags, because when you do see the red flags, it's there. So see it as it is, not better, not worse, because there's other things when you ignore reality, right? So what I actually watched recently today was my coach. He talked about how Tony Robbins discussed about this garden that they have. Or the mind is like a mental garden, and there's all these weeds that's like growing, right? But what most people do is they will look at it and be like, and this is what he calls toxic positivity, where it says, you see the weeds, it's all growing, weeds, right? It's all growing, and then you're just saying it's not there. Like, okay, so you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. So when you know it's there and you're like, no, it's not. Same thing in a relationship. When people are like, hey, I don't think your boyfriend or slash your girlfriend is really the right fit for you. This is my take. I don't want you to change your mind about it, but I want you to think about why you're in this relationship. And they're letting you know, like, they spotting all these red flags, like this person just does not value loyalty. And I see this. It's like, do you not see this as well? And you're ignoring these red flags, and then there are consequences of ignoring those red flags. Okay, so don't ignore red flags. So it's not a loss if it protects your sanity. So your mental bandwidth. Make sure you always protect that at all costs. Nothing is nothing's worth your mental capacity. Where like if it feels like it's draining you, it's really not that worth it. Same thing for a job. Like there are other jobs that you could find. So remember, if you're at a place that you don't like, you find a solution out. Find a solution out. Okay. It's because the world is full of negativity and negative people, and if you're one of them, there's no better time to seek what's better for you right now. Okay, so make that jump. Don't be afraid. I know it's gonna feel uncomfortable, but it's going to be worthwhile for you. Okay. Um. So this is it too. They might be great people. They check all the boxes, but then it's difficult to spot someone that's genuine versus being manipulative. Okay, and I'll get into that as I get into the show. Now, anyways, instead walk away from those people. It might be the best things for you, and it's it's great for your health because I don't know the whole biology, okay? But what I've noticed is because I have less stress, I I I tend to get less sick. And if someone could clarify that for me as to why, that'd be great. But I noticed that ever since I've been moving forward and focusing on myself and removing certain people from my life personally, I've noticed a jump in my immune system. I'm just not worried about all that, you know? So, someone could clarify that for me. That'd be great. Um, let's see. They need to work on emotional self control. Not a lot of people have that. So, yeah. And great thing about this is it could be learned. And, anyways, moving on to the meat of the subject. So, I got 4 slides. The 4 slides I'm going to be talking about today is one, being manipulative. So these are manipulative people. Number two, I'm talking about genuine people. And then I have the nice guy syndrome, which is you can watch that video. I'm going to leave it in the description and you can click that link if you want to watch it. And then I have another one about relationships. So being manipulative, genuine people, nice guy syndrome, and in relationships. Okay. So, first one, being manipulative. So, let me ask you guys this question. How do you feel about people that are manipulative? What's the first word that pops in your head? Keep that word, maybe type it down, leave it in the comment below or whatever. But what do you feel? And how do you differentiate that? I want you guys to, even pause about it and just think like, what are the differences of these people that are manipulative and versus genuine? And how do you spot them? And the thing is, I'm here to tell you this, you can't, not right away. Not right away. You don't know who they are right away. You can only take it on what's on face value. But like I said from before, the human body is a very, very good evil. There you go. The human body, we just have a very, very good intuition about why these people, like if something doesn't feel right, that's usually your first feeling. And you should listen to those feelings because your body is telling you something ain't right. But then if you ignore it and you just keep moving, what happens? You're ignoring reality. Okay, there are red flags, but you don't know it. So you're like, I don't really need to think about it. And if you don't think about it, what happens? And it comes back to you. Things happen. You don't like it. It's gonna go downhill from there, right? So, being manipulative. My first bullet point is leaders, right? I want to talk about leaders first. So, leaders are more effective at motivating people because they inspire trust, okay? And admiration through their actions, not just words. And many leaders say that authenticity is important to them, but genuine leaders walk the talk every day. The reason why I want to start out with that is because people that are manipulative, like these quote unquote, what the difference is, right? Remember leaders and bosses? They always like to say, leaders like to build people up. Bosses like to say me, me, me. This is me. Like you have to listen to me. Everything you do is for me, right? It's not about supporting people up. So, that's That's my first bullet point. My second bullet point is being a manipulative. So the definition of that is, these people, what they want is they want to achieve a personal aim. This is for themselves only by using you guys as, I guess you could call yourself pawns or whatever. I don't think anybody likes that. Okay, in a deceitful way, by exploiting you too, right? So they might take your kindness and exploit that and take it for granted. So gut feeling is real. Yeah, the gut feeling is real. So number one, watch out for these. They instill self-doubt. So they make you feel like you're not good enough. They're not there to really lift you up. They're just putting you down so that they can feel better. One, feel better about themselves. Two, you're justifying their reality. And when you justify their reality, their lens gets thicker and thicker, and like, this is how I'm going to treat people because this is how it's going to work. Because if I were to be quote unquote genuine, it's gonna take too much time, or like they don't see what's on the other side. So that's why they're so focused on, this is how things need to work, because this is how it always worked for me. So I'm going to instill self-doubt, like, you're not good enough. What are you talking about? You cool, like, you got a little bit better, but I mean, you still got a lot of work. Like, it's like, that's not really uplifting. You're not really there to help me. You say you are, but your actions are not. So look at their actions too. Okay, number two, they like to guilt trip you. They like to say a lot of things to make you feel bad about a certain situation, right? So there was, and it could be somewhere in the past or somewhere in the future, right? But usually in a guilt trip, it's usually in the past or what is current at the moment. Oh, so you're not gonna help me because all this, like, remember all these other times when I helped you? Like, where the hell you at? So they try to make you feel bad over something that happened like X amount of years ago. It's like, all right, for real? Would you consider the recruiters for military manipulative since they break you down and build you up to a fight? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think that it's, so that's actually a really good question, because when Jordan Peterson actually discussed about power versus greatness, like, greatness is great when there's this government that's being, like, I wouldn't say controlled, but like everything's settled, everything's calm. But power is good if you're in a different type of situation where there's no government and everything's up in the air. Of course, you do whatever it needs to survive. So that's actually one of the topics that I talked about before, where power versus greatness, like, they're both good in their own particular cases. And since some of us live in a place where we do have a government, whatever, and it's it's more controlled, whereas now it's more calm, versus over here is a little bit more hectic. And so greatness would be better in a place that's a little bit more calm versus a place that's a little bit more hectic. So I'm not sure how to answer that right away, Yaku. Um, but I think that as long as they're not forcing somebody, that'd be good. But I could see why, right? I could see why. Because they tried to bring me in one time and I kept saying no, and they just kept forcing me, and they sat me down with a lot of people, and I felt uncomfortable. I'm like, I already said no, like, just just let me be. They just consist. Anyways, so they instill self-doubt, and number two, they guilt trip you, right? Number three, they take advantage of your kindness, and that's why I whenever I see this, I spot it right away. It's because I started removing these type of people from my life. So I start spotting these things, but I keep telling them. I'm like, okay, yo, if you're my friend and I see this, and I'd be like, yo, I don't know if you're aware of this, but this person, they always do this. There's a certain pattern that keeps coming up, but yet you keep going back to it. So are you going back because that's what you know and you feel comfortable? Because I don't think this is good for you. And I know dipping away is going to be more hurtful. So you rather be comfortable in a miserable place. And I want you to notice this. And they're like, this is how they are. I'm like, all right, cool. They made up their mind. I'm not going to try to change their mind. But all I know is that, yo, I'm gonna keep my distance. You know what I mean? Also, number four, they spread false information. Sarah, hi, how are you? Um, so number four, they spread false information, and we all know that false information or negative information, they spread faster. They spread faster than good news, right? Bad news spreads faster than good news. And their goal to this is to change another person's perception. They try to change a desired outcome of what they want. Like, okay, if that person is really a cool person, but I'm just gonna keep talking down on them because I want you to be on my side. And if you're not on my side, you're against me. And if you're against me, I'm gonna have a problem with you, right? So they trying to gain your trust really fast, and watch out for that too. They try to gain your trust really fast, and if it's because they feel like they need that right away. Plus, it's self-validating for them to know that you're on their side, because these people they're very impatient. Patience is not good with people that are manipulative. Not all the time. Not all the time. Hey, good weekend sounds good so far. Two. All right. Now, next. They don't take blame. They don't take the responsibilities for their own actions. So if something goes wrong, it ain't my fault. It's your fault, or it's someone else's fault, or something's fault. Now, let me know if you guys know someone like this, or have someone that might not be completely manipulative, but they have tendencies leading up to this, right? And if you guys could hit that like button too, I really appreciate it. But does anyone know a person off top of your head? You don't have to tell me. I'm just saying, do you know a type of person that does these type of things? And do you spot them? And if you are spotting them, or you know some, or you have a close friend or relative or whatever that's with someone that's like this, are you around them? Do you surround yourself with these type of people? And if you are, why? What? Because these are good indicators to spot, because it's like, okay, if I see this and I'm still at going at it, you ignoring reality, you ignoring the red flags. So what are you doing? Okay, so these people, they don't take blames, and also they're good at hiding their these traits. They're good at hiding these traits because they're hiding this because they can't be revealed. And if it's revealed, well, guess what? Everyone's gonna know there's a flaw in their system, yada yada yada. And they're like, damn. You know what? Also, too, when they get spotted, they play the victim. Oh, why me? Oh, I'm like, dude, you were like this whole time. Like, you didn't see this. But I'm not there to help support the judgment of why they're being manipulative. I'm like, you're a manipulative person. That's who you are. And because of that, there's consequences for that. And now you're trying to play the victim? Like, no. No, I don't feel bad for you. If anything, you need to grow up. Okay? You surround yourself with people who are genuine. Great. Great, Sarah. Your ex manipulative. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard for those manipulative women until some time into it. Exactly. So that's the thing too. You don't know if they're manipulative right away, because they come off as they could be charming, right? You don't know that, right? And if you work in sales, you technically are. Yeah, in some ways, like, yeah, your life kind of depends on that a little bit, right? Because you need to make a living. But see, how I see it is, there's different ways of selling stuff, where there's certain people that don't mind supporting you, so they're buying. They want to feel like they're buying stuff versus you trying to sell them something that they don't need. I think there's a difference between that, and I have to look into it, because I think there's a Pareto distribution of, like, remember when I was talking about givers versus takers, and there's takers, and there's these givers on these sides. And selfless givers, they just drop everything in a drop of a hat to help somebody. But these more conscious, I forgot the exact name, something givers. Okay, I need a refresh on that. But you know what I'm talking about. There's just givers on this other side where they don't just give to everybody. They do like little stuff that will help people, maybe like a 5 minute. I don't mind helping you out, but I'm gonna go back to my own thing. Right? And they don't just give to anybody. They're very conscious about who they help, because it's not about being manipulative. It's because they don't want to waste their time on someone that's not going to appreciate the work. And so it's called other-ish givers, other-ish, okay, on the side. And these are the people that succeed the most. Now, in the middle, you got these givers. I mean, you got these takers, and the people that like will do things like, if I do this for you, you do this for me. They succeed really well and really fast. And the people that gets most played are the people that are selfless givers. That's what they are, right here on the side. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so at least the goal is, if you want to succeed most in life, you want to be here. Okay. Anyways, so I talked about they instill self-doubt, they guilt trip you, they take advantage of your kindness, they spread false information, they don't take blame, they're good at hiding their traits. And another thing is, when you start exposing them, what happens? They start saying, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." They pretend to be dumb. It's like, yo, I obviously see that you're talking to another dude, or you're talking to another girl. Like, I see this. Like, what the hell is going on? Yo, what's up, Greg? Sorry. Yeah. But you know, it's good because we have these experiences, and when we have these experiences, this is how we know firsthand, and we understand this. And when you understand these, you learn to stay away from these people, and you just step away, because when you start picking up these cues, you're like, yeah, you ain't real. I don't want to be a part of you, right? Most men in my family are like this. It's hard to deal with, and why I moved out. Yeah, yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's very freeing, right? It's very free, Sarah, because you have to protect your energy. You have to protect your energy, and you know, people don't value energy until they value themselves. They don't value energy, they don't value time until they value themselves. And that's why I always say that you have to start from within. You got to look from within, not from the outside in, but the inside out. Because when you work from the inside and you start looking into yourself, and you start to understand why you are the way you are, why am I being treated like this, and how come, and all these whys and hows, and dig deep. And when you dig deep into that, you start understanding, like, okay, if life isn't the way I want it to be, how could it be? What are the necessary steps that I need to take? Necessary steps and actions that I need to take to move forward, so that I am no longer where I was at, because I don't want the cycle to keep repeating itself. So until then, you don't value time until you value yourself. That's bottom line. You don't value your time, and more people do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. Okay. Uh, Now, moving on is, so they pretend to be dumb. Um, okay, so this is how you spot them. Okay, what they do and what they say, usually they don't align. You're gonna start seeing little faults. You're gonna start seeing little faults in their words and their actions, right? And when you start seeing that, it's like, okay, this person doesn't mean what they say. And when they say something, it doesn't always follow through. It's like, yo, can I really trust this person? That's usually a first sign. Or when they're telling you a story, and that story does not make, you ever heard a story from someone and it just does not make sense? You're like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, you said you were there at this time, but now the time is different. Are you making something up? Like, what's going on? Um, let's see. So, spotting their faults. And next is your gut feeling. So, I already talked about that. So, it's easy to spot out fakes, especially when you're more in tune with yourself. And most people, they like to hide their true intentions. So, what I would suggest you guys do is notice their patterns. Notice their patterns. Okay. Um, Notice patterns of what they do, what they say. Is it aligned? Do they come off as real, or they like always like matching? What type of My question to you is, what type of people would you rather have in your life? And if those, and say you already have your answer, and once you have that answer, I want you to ask, how do I attract those people into my life? And part of my answer is to you is, you have to become that person yourself. If you're not there yourself, those people won't want to align with you, because they're gonna be like, okay, let's just say you're fake. Okay, let's just say right now you're fake, and you're trying to fake it till you make it, right? You're faking it. They're gonna spot you. But if you're honest about it and you're open about it, you'd be like, I want to become a better person. I just don't know how to. And I'm reading things here and there, and I'm trying to be better, but I don't know. But I think this is the right step. You just gotta start somewhere and move from there. All right. All right. Let's see. Somewhat. We don't see line side far better, but my mom's very hard to be around. Also, that's a big European fan. Like a rain. Most people working in sales are either manipulative, tricky, or just plain blunt. Honest merchant, which is rare. Yeah. Um, what I learned most about sales is, it's not about selling something. It's about building this relationship with that next person, or that person in front of you, giving them the undivided attention, trying to solve their needs, right? Because people will want to buy something from you, because let's just say I'm in pain, and if you're telling me you're in pain and I'm understanding that, I can help you solve that pain so that you are no longer feeling pain. And if I could do that for you, then you will want to buy it from me. But then I wouldn't even need to sell at that point. At this point, you're like, how much is it? And I'll just be like, well, this is my cost. Now you have a choice to say yes or no. I'm not gonna be like, so are you gonna buy it, or are you not? No, it's like, no, you already want it. It's because you already have rapport with that person, so you understand. Anyways, I do want to talk about genuine people, because there are people out there that are genuine, but these are not. These are rare. Okay, these are a little bit rare. And if let's just say this, if you're not there or you want to be there, this is something that could be learned. Okay, this is something that could be learned. Okay, so genuine people, they encourage you to grow without being condescending. They're not trying to push you down, or say something and then take it back away from you. Like, they just want what's best for you, and they want to see you grow, and your success is their success, because they're like, wow, that's great, like, you got something great out of this, and that's amazing, keep doing that, and they want you to succeed, and it doesn't matter whether or not you succeed more than them or whatever, because they know that at the end of the day, they did what they needed to do. um Number two, they're grounded. So these genuine people, they're very grounded. And they might not seem like they are, but they're very grounded people. Just because they joke a lot and whatever, they don't take stuff from other people. They don't take it. So they're grounded. They know who they are and what they're about. They will walk, and most of the times, majority of the times too, these people, they will walk away from situations that just not comfortable with them. They just walk away from. And what's the word? If they walk away and you're upset, that's you being upset. And but these are genuine people. They're like, no, I don't subscribe to that. No, I'm not part of that. So they walk away. And when they walk away, a lot of people tend to be upset. They're like, what you mean? They walk away. They know exactly where they're at. Number three, they do nice things without actively seeking for validation. They're not. You ever see those people where they're doing something nice, but they always have to record something? I always had a question for that. I'm like, if you're doing something nice, why are you recording it for everybody? About you. Now, I can see why you want to spread positivity. I get it. Do nice things for people. But is it really necessary? Is it really necessary? You're like, does it have to be in a video form? Because it does come across as, now it depends on how you view it too, but it could come across as, I'm doing this because I want this clout, or I'm doing this because I want other people to see that I'm a good person, right? So that's they're not trying to. So these genuine people, they don't actively seek validation from other people. They're just genuine. They just do it just because they want to do it. They don't need other people to see it. Um, and they're not trying to gain something over you. Okay. And another thing is they always take the responsibility. If it's their fault, they take the responsibility, and which is part of the reason why I'm doing all this. You're self-reliant. This is self-reliance. So whatever you do, whatever you attract, that's on you. Okay. Okay, let me take a quick break and see what is going on. There's a lot going on. That's it. Did you Onyx from Pokemon? Working to just really require last sleep. Okay. On the same boat. I wish. Let's say black sheep of the family. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I see the name. Okay, okay. Okay. I see that everyone's talking amongst themselves. That's great. All right. And I hope this topic resonates a lot to you guys, and you guys could pick something up from this and, spot them out. Who you are is more important. Who you become is more important than what you get to. Okay. So not only do I want you guys to take in, when you're listening to this, I want you to not only spot these people, but I want you to look within yourself, and be honest. Who are you? Which category do you fit in? And if you fit in that one, why? And how do you become better? Okay, how do you become better? Anyways, genuine people, they're good at spotting fake people, because what ends up happening is their energy level, it tends to not vibe, and they would just be like, yeah, we just don't vibe like that. Our vibrations, it just doesn't match. It just doesn't match. So nah, I'm cool. In any situation, be you. But if you're not there, what is your weakness? Okay. So I always talked about people like, oh yeah, just be yourself. Like, that is absolutely true. But being yourself means that you have to be better than your original self. It means that if there are flaws in what you have, maybe it's, I don't know how to talk to people, then being yourself is going to be horrible. So what does it mean? I need to be better with people so that I could be better being myself around them, so that not only am I not just being accepted, because to say to not care about what anyone thinks, it's like there's part truth to that. You also need people to understand. Like, if you meet 100 people and 100 people don't like you, then there's something about you. Okay, so you might be just the common denominator, and you just ignoring that. Like, no, it's you at this point. Okay, now moving on. They don't try to make people like them. They know who they are, and they know that some people will like them and some won't. So they know that it's okay. If you don't like me, that's okay. I know where I'm at, because they're grounded. They already know where they're at. And they wouldn't even want these type of people to be in their life anyways. So they're just gonna move on. That's it. They just continue moving. Okay? They're not gonna let others get in their way of doing what's right, even though it might not be the most popular opinion. Or, you know what I mean? They're not. Say, for example, let's just say your family. You're supposed to be there for family. You're supposed to be there for family, absolutely. But it's not popular to choose. Let's just say you choose the other side, but then you see it. It's like, but they're not doing anything wrong. And if they're not doing anything wrong, even though your family is family, it's like, look, I got your back, but here's the bottom line. Like, you got to look at the other side. Whose fault is it? And how I see it is, you created this. I don't think maybe they it's not that they're completely out of that question now, but what they did isn't right. But you started all this. How are you going to fix it so that, and then you could go back into your family and be like, okay, well, what are some things that you could do so that this don't happen again? Stop worrying about what already happened. Worry about yourself. How can you prevent this from happening again? That's how you could be there for your family. But if you want to do that for your family and they don't want to be there, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. So, like I said, it might be an unpopular opinion. Oh, they didn't choose a family. Like, no, I'm just choosing what is right. And what I see is, and because you're genuine yourself and you could spot this, you're going to choose what is right. All right, let's see. Chevlin, okay, you do. Yes, I'm very cautious about it. Wow, two excellent cultures, outstanding. Oh my god, I really love it. Okay. Or Mitchell, they can be convinced that they aren't liked by others. Let me know. Let me explain a little bit more about that, Sarah. I'm not changing for anyone whatsoever. They either accept me or not, and it's on them. I just don't tolerate disrespect. Great, Annie. Great. Um, don't change for another person, because changing for another person, that brings me that sparked something, right? When you're trying to change for another person, eventually what happens is, if it doesn't come from within yourself, you're going to be resentful. And when you become resentful about that, it's never going to end well, because then you would just be reverting back to your original self, because you're like, this didn't work. I tried changing for this person and they still left me, or I tried changing for this person and they still did the things that they did, right? But let's just say they inspired change, and you look from within and you're like, you know what, maybe I was an asshole. How do I become less of an asshole? Because I don't want to be repeating history all over again of my life. How do I change that? How do I change that? And then you start working from within, and then the outside would see that and they would start noticing. So there's the difference, okay? All right. When you said 100 people don't like you, it could be that's own people do not who don't can convince that they're not liked to not like you, almost manipulating them. Are you saying that, like, oh, all these people don't like me because it's their fault? I think that's what you're saying. Sarah, I'm trying to understand. There's a little bit of typo, just a little bit. Strong level up, yeah. Uh, okay. Now, let me move on with more genuine people. So more genuine people, they're not going to let others get in the way of doing what's right. Genuine people work from the inside out rather than outside in. Okay, so I already discussed about that. The direction comes from within, from their own principles and values, and that's good that I got that down too. It's because when they work on this, remember when I said about goals and values? I talked about, like, it's important to have goals because then you have an aim. But it's also very important to have values because it adds value to your goals. Because if you have a goal without any values, eventually you're gonna, like, what's the point of doing this? What's the point? But when you have values and you have goals, you have something solid, you have something grounded. This is how you're going to view life. And you're not gonna have people get in your way of getting towards your goals because you have solid values, and that's how you operate. And here's the great thing about values and goals too. Okay, when you have values, you know how to navigate through life no matter what situation, because that's how you operate from. You operate from this place of genuineness, this kindness, and you just don't tolerate assholes. You just won't. You just gonna be like, look, back away. I don't need you in my life. You're obviously not the right fit for my life, so it's okay. I walk away. You should too. And most of the time, a lot of people, they can't take no for an answer, or at least they say they do, but they're like, oh, it's like, yeah, you're not really taking no very well. Okay, you're not really taking no very well. All right. So work from the inside out. Okay, and your results will come from the outside, but you're not seeking for it. You just know what your energy vibes with you, so you're just going to start attracting these people into your life. Okay, and lastly, I do want to talk about this. This is usually a big one. See how they talk about other people. See how they I'm talking about everybody. Talking about the people that are your waiters slash waitresses. Are they nice to people in general? Are they nice to people, or are they only nice to people that are higher than them? I'm talking about these type of people where they feel like, ooh, if I'm nice to these people that is more superior than me, then I could get there too, right? And then, but then deep down, they're really treating all these other people with disrespect just because they're below them. So there's a good way of spotting people that are fakes or manipulative or whatever, right? Or what have you, right? Spot these people out. Know that these genuine, because these genuine people, they walk the talk every day. Okay, they walk the talk every day. So, and I do want to talk about the nice guy syndrome, ladies in here. You know what I'm talking about, right? If you guys want to watch that animated series that I made, it's going to be in the description below later. I'm gonna put that in there. And the nice guy syndrome, the reason why is because these ladies, they're like, well, um, it's well, one, it's difficult to like someone when you don't one know their real intentions. And ladies know. They know what their real intention is. These nice guys, they just want to take them out. Oh, I just want to be nice to you. Like, no bullshit. You want to get into this pants or you want to get into this. They want access to the box. Okay. But they're like trying to be, no, no, I don't. No, I like you. Just be honest. Look, I like you. I want to take you out. I want to get to know you a little bit better, right? We can have fun. And if we have fun and you want to have fun too, let's have fun, okay? They know their intentions. They're not lying about it. Hey, you're absolutely gorgeous. How does your lips taste like? Hmm? Hmm? But nice guys, they don't do that. They beat around the bushes. They're trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna be that guy to save her. Like, no girl wants to be saved. Okay? They don't want to be saved from you. They just want to feel that guy. They want to understand that guy. What kind of fun? Depends on what kind of fun means to you, Sarah, right? Sometimes fun means cooking an egg in a different way, okay? Or it might require, different eggs. All right. So nice guy syndrome, they hide their intentions, okay? Um I was talking to Justin and it's true. He was like, "Yo, sometimes when you got to let that D out. Just put it out on the table. Let them know. This is what it's about. I like you. All right? That's it. Lay it out. Lay that D out." Now, if you're a man and you're fearful, okay? If you're a man and you're fearful, and we all have this too. I still have this. When you're fearful sometimes, just know that masculine men still goes for what they want. They still go for what they want. Okay? If it's that number that you want from that girl, whatever, right? You go for what you want. That's what masculinity comes from: breaking through barriers, succeeding, overcoming challenges, having a mission and purpose, right? And this is where many women gets confused. Okay, a lot of women here gets confused with this. They get confused of a confident, insecure man and a confident, competent man. So someone that's insecure versus someone that's competent, but they're both confident. It's just that one has a front, and they're very good at. Think of a castle, right? Think of a castle, and everything on the outside, they have the best equipment to keep people away. But if they get in, they have nothing to protect themselves with. They're Once they get that little chink in the armor and you get through, they got nothing to support that. But a confident, competent man or man, not only is the outside good, okay, they got people. They're gonna learn to screen people out. They're not gonna let certain people in their lives. And then let's just say some. Hey, maybe you slipped through. Okay, all right, maybe it's my fault. I didn't see that, but you're gonna get the hell out away from me because I'm not gonna tolerate this disrespect, or I'm not gonna tolerate this type of action that you're going to have around me because I value myself. I'm sure when I get in, there's no protection there. You still can. You can still go in with protection, okay, Sarah? I know where you're leading with this. Killed your eggs. I've encountered with RNs. Oh, think they're higher than anyone else. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways, nice guy syndrome. Moving on. So confident, competent, they may look the same. How you spot them is being incongruent. These are the type of people that are not consistent with their words and actions. Okay, that's why I place a lot of value in words and action. And one thing that I love to keep is one is my consistency, because I told you guys that I'm going to do Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then my hangouts were Thursdays, but um I don't know how much I could do with the hangouts right now. I'm still trying to figure out some times, but during that time, when I was sharing with Dom, then I made time for that. But right now things are changing, and hope you guys understand. But I am going to try to add more things in the future. But until then, right now, this is what I can do. I can promise you guys Tuesdays and Saturdays. Okay, so those are my words, and I take pride in that. I take pride in that because I don't like to miss it. And Chevelin, you know how upset I get when I'm like, I got sick, and I was like, I can't do it, but I was like, no, Mitchell, you got to do it. you got. She was like, just chill, Mitchell. We be alright. we be we be alright. But thanks for letting us know. Anyways, spot these actions and their words. Okay, that's how you spot them. Men who hold back are either fearful or being manipulative. Right? Nice guys are being manipulative, and they're fearful, so they hold back. So it could be either or. And feminine women, feminine. Okay, I'm talking about feminine women. Press one if you are a feminine woman. Feminine woman responds better with assertiveness. This is, you know what you want, you go for it, and that's it. Okay? With nice guys, there are strings attached. He's not doing all these nice things just to be nice. He wants to get access to the box. You know what I mean? Right? Why can't you just be honest? Just be honest. You know? You guys vibing. That's why you have to have a little bit of understanding about, like, uh you have to understand how attraction works, right? Um, one thing that I learned a lot from Coach. He was like, if you're talking to the girl and she's giving you all these indicators of interest, right? Where she's playing with her hair, she's exposing her neck, right, and all these different things that she's grooming herself consistently or constantly, or well, it was another one. They go to the restroom after the date or whatever, right? They're reapplying makeup, like they want you to notice them, right? And if you're there and you're talking to them and you stare at their lips and you look back into their eyes, and if they look at your lips too and you look at her lips, just freaking go for it. All right, you know what you want, just go for it. You both want each other. Go for the lips. Which lips? Go for the lips. Well, start high, right? Then work your way to the bottom. So, yeah, nice guys. They they're fearful. Okay, they're fearful. This is why nice guys tend to finish last. They're not just nice just to be nice. They have a desired outcome. But if you can come forward and say what you want, your intentions known instead of beating behind the bushes. Now, in relationships, I want to talk about relationships, and because I feel like a lot of you guys could relate to this, is because you feel like, so why? Okay, I knew this person was manipulative, but why did I stay as long as I did? Why? Um, I've I just heard this today. I need to rethink this. Okay, give me some time. I know there's a phrase for it, but there is a reason why we go back to something that's more comfortable. I think it's something investment. It's you, because you invested your time. Okay, this is where Mitchell becomes that student again. It means that Mitchell needs to learn more. Okay, because I don't remember this. Anyways, there's this there's this thing where you just keep going back to it. I know this person's not right for me, but for some reason I can't just leave. I can't leave. It's because I've invested so much time, and that's real. It's a real thing. So in relationships, right? In any relationship, people who are honest and complete tends to vibe with those who are too. Okay, and usually there's, you know, there are also other things. There's being complacent and all this too. There are people that gets complacent, but in a relationship, you know exactly what they're in a good relationship. You know exactly what they're going into, what their intentions. And these are usually people with integrity. These are people with integrity, and people who try to be deceitful tends to always have something to hide, and whether it's hiding their true intentions or maybe they're just really hiding someone else, right? And just be honest. If you want if you don't want to be in a relationship with that person, but you just want to, have fun, then just be straight up about it. Be like, look, I'm not really looking for a relationship. And if they tell you that, listen to that. Listen to them. Don't try to change their perception because that's, oh, he just says I just want to be I don't mind being, those buddies, friends with benefits, but maybe if I just, do this, he might want me. And but like if he told you, just take it take it as it is, and it's your choice on whether or not you want to be involved into that. And if you do, take responsibility, take actions for why you got into it. Because if you ignore reality, if you ignore what he told you and you still went in for it anyways, well, guess what? You're gonna be hurt. All right. Um, Tell you what, guys, I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna read your comments. All right. Just give me about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. So relationships. Um, these are people not deceitful. Okay. So if you're genuine, okay, if you're a genuine person, you're grounded, you place value in honesty and integrity, and have goals, and you have a purpose in life, especially as a guy, and you're doing this, and you're going for what you want, you wake up looking forward to something, and you keep an open mind. People like that don't come easy. And if you want to attract someone like that into your life, you have to make sure that you are moving towards that direction too as well. And men who has a purpose, who has drive, that are willing to take calculated risks, not just any risks, that takes calculated risks, they go for what they want. These are men that are rare. They don't come around very easily. And they know exactly what they want, and they're going to go for it whether or not you want to be with them. And they know that they're not going to place so much value into a woman. They want that woman, but they don't need her in his life. He knows that he's going to operate no matter what. And when you have a good team, when you have two complete people moving together, she's going to be your biggest cheerleader. She's going to be your biggest cheerleader, and you're just going to keep moving forward, going for what you want. And that's a solid team. And Tom Brady and I think it's Giselle, like they work so well together. And just recently, Tom Brady, he unretired. He unretired because he realized that after what I think it was 2 months, that he would rather be hit by a 300-pound linebacker than stay at home and do nothing with the kids and his wife. I'm kidding, but but it's he has a purpose. He has a drive. That's his mission. That's what he's been doing majority of his life. That's who he is. So taking that away from him, I don't blame him. I don't blame him for going back for what he wants. Maybe he just needed a break and he was a little unsure, but no, he still went for what he wanted at the end. Okay? Now, be that type of person because that's how you're going to attract that person into your life. You must become what you want to attract. So if you're not there yet, work towards it, aim for it, you will get there. And then little by little, you start noticing why certain people will start coming into your life. And you're going to start noticing, okay, like this is a quality person. Okay, this is not a quality person. Then you start vetting these people out, and you're going to find a way to move in a direction where you only attract these certain people into your circle, and you hold that circle very close to you, and you don't just open it up to anybody. That's how you slowly become better and better. You're controlling your life and the energy that you have, especially when you wake up, you call them, everything is always moving forward. Now, um here's this. I do want to preface, or not preface, but I do want to talk about this where in a relationship too, be aware of those who try to stop you from becoming this type of person. Okay, it's a self-reflection to who they're not, and will try the best to keep you down at their level. Okay, this could be family, this could be your intimate, your partner, whoever it is. These are your relationships with these people. They will try to bring you down because they can't help to see you succeed. They don't want you better than them, because if you're better than them, guess what? You're not there. You're not going to be around them. And they're going to have one less people to control. And they need control to feel a sense of reality where like they have, if they don't have control over people, they're going to feel like they don't control themselves. And in reality, they don't even know how to control themselves, which is why they need to learn to control people. So be careful with these type of people in your life. They need a sense of control, and they lack control with themselves. So they need to control other people to feel self-validated, justified, so that they can operate sanely. But everything comes from outside in. Genuine people work from inside out, and the results will come. And they don't need the result, it just comes. And so a lot of times these people, they will be, these people that are not genuine, they're manipulative, they will be very envious, they're very jealous of why you have all these things and they don't. And it's because they've been operating in the wrong place their whole life, and they don't know what's on the other side. And they will find a reason to be upset. All right. And lastly, they don't have your best interest, and you they don't want you near that near your success to outshine theirs. That's not a person that you really want in your life. At least that's for me. Do you really want someone that kind of wants you to succeed but not too much because you're going to be outshining them? No. No, you want to be like, hey, how can I get you there? And when you're there, how can we do this together? Because I want to get where you're at. Dang, I don't know how to get there. Yeah, you got there first. How do we do it together? That's a person that's more collaborative versus competitive. Okay. Now, for my summary, be manipulative. Number one, authenticity is important, but genuine leaders walk their talk every day. And also, your gut feelings. It should tell you something that's not right, and it's usually when the words and actions don't line up. Number two, genuine people. They always take responsibility. They don't try to make people like them. They know who they are, and they're grounded. They are very grounded. Number three, nice guy syndrome. Many women gets confused with a confident, insecure man and a confident, competent man. Okay, so an easy way to remember this is a confident, insecure man only has a good front, nothing in the inside. Breaks down easily, gets mad, gets upset, no emotional self-control, blames people, needs to be manipulative. Versus a confident, competent man is, I'm good on the outside, I'm also good on the inside. I know what I like, and I'm not gonna tolerate certain BS. So that's how you spot. Okay, you have 2 out of the 2 versus 1 out of the 2, and they may look the same, but make sure you look at the actions. There's patterns to them. Okay, so start looking at the patterns. And number 4 is relationship. Be aware of those who try to stop you from becoming this type of person. It's usually a self-reflection of who they are. And that is it for today's show. Let me know how you guys enjoy it. I am going to be reading some of your comments now. I know I haven't ignored it. I just want to make sure I finish this. So right now I'm going to be hanging out with you guys, listening, reading some of your comments. Let's see. Let's scroll up. How do you guys enjoy this? I hope you guys enjoy this. Let's see. Being a role model. Okay. I beg to differ. Rather cook for others than I rather cook before you role model. Let's see. Mitchell. It feels like a safe zone. It's where you feel nothing bad can happen instead of wanting to know the emotions as well as not experience different successes and failures. Let's see. It's okay, but I liked driving me home better. It's a person that could make you feel you and being okay with being you, you know, and they're okay with, yeah, laugh, snort. I don't know. I don't care. Snort. Yeah, people snort. If that's how you laugh, laugh. Okay, that's fine. We're all human, right? Everybody farts. Okay, if you laugh so much and you fart it, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna let I'm gonna let that go because you let it go, and I'm gonna step away from a little bit, and then I'll walk back in, and we're gonna have a good time after this. All right, because as much as I like you, I don't want to inhale those smell right now. All right, I'll be back. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. Cheyenne, thanks for my look. You have challenges in your own life that's worth looking into. New avenues in your life. Thanks, Greg. I like how you're spreading all these good traits that you have. You have yourself to keep growing, right? You are the only person that you should really focus on, and it's building yourself up, because then you could build another person up. But if you're not even there yet and you don't know how to, well, how are you going to lift that other person up, right? View the old video. Jackson, let's see. No, I haven't yet. Mitchell, why Tom Brady unretired? The rumors say he couldn't be without additional profit from. Maybe that. Maybe that. I don't know the whole reason, but a big reason is because this is what he's been doing his entire life. That's what I would assume. It's not just the money, right? I mean, the money's great. I could see why it could be a very good motivator, but that's what he does. I'm pretty sure he will still do it. I'm assuming he will still do it, even if he got paid a little bit less. But I don't know what's less. Few million less, right? Give you this look at myself. It's hilarious. I'm here. Oh, shit, Annie. Okay, you said I'm here for 2 reasons: keeping my words of honor and support you for once. You inspired me when I started following you at IG. Being a dancer, coaching now, lastly, not aiming to attract anyone. Attracting the person that you want to be, Annie, and then you will attract the person that you want. But there's an approach to that too, because you don't want to close out the word. I'm not doing this for nobody. I'm not, like, it's not about being and I'm not saying this is you. I'm saying, like, other people might get that wrong perception as, I'm doing this for myself and this is for me. And it's like, yeah, that's great, but you also want something from you want some results, right? Because you don't want to just do all you and then nobody, you don't attract anyone in your life unless that's what you want. Forte. Let's see. Please let me know about your video. I truly like Mitchell's dancing vids and been trying to some moves lately. I think some people would want to learn some of the moves that I could maybe teach them. Well, we'll see. I will support you always, and I was here for the ways you give me different perspective. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. And I hope you gain a lot from this. I know you mentioned before, like, where were you X amount of months ago, and I was like, I was always here. You just didn't find me yet. I haven't posted a dance video yet. Annie, you should. But I think I got most of it. Maybe I missed some at the top because I saw that you guys were talking about, like, BTS and stuff. Let's see. Many years and read. Yeah. Sometimes it's important to take a little break. So take breaks. Don't quit. Don't stop what you do. But it's important to always have something to work towards. I think as humans, if we wake up, that's why I feel like a lot of people that retire that does absolutely nothing. It's like they're killing themselves even faster once they retire because they have nothing to look forward to. It's like, I worked my entire life. Now I can finally quit and do absolutely nothing for the quote unquote rest of my life. And that rest of their life usually doesn't end very well. It doesn't end positively. And the last thing I ever want for you guys is to be laying there on your last breath thinking I regret something. Like, I don't want you guys to regret something. I know, but my vacation is until May. I'm so sad. May's around the corner. Believe me when I say I don't want to attract guys, Mitchell. If they get attracted, then that's on them. I think, Annie, it's also another perspective too. It's if you attract that guy and that's the guy that vibes with you. Like I've never heard or met anyone that has met someone that's so good for them. They like you like them, you guys vibe, you guys have amazing chemistry, and you're like, no, I made a decision. I don't want a guy. It's like, no, if you guys vibe so well and you like him and he likes you and you guys are having fun together, they support each other, you guys are both complete, why would you want to turn something great down? And if you do, is it because you're basing it off of a structure where I don't ever do this on the first date, right? Or you're not really allowing yourself to be open-minded about certain things. Now, I understand why a lot of women they say to a lot of guys, "Oh, I have a boyfriend," even when they don't. Is because in reality, what she's saying is, "I am not that interested in you. I don't feel any chemistry. I don't feel any attraction. So I don't care to be around you." But if you're feeling head over heels over a person, you really like that person, yeah, absolutely. Go for it. Have fun with it and enjoy that process. But to say, no, this is it. I close my doors. I will never. That that mindset not only closes your relationship, it closes other areas of your life. And I just want you to be aware of that at the very least. And I know I went a little extreme in those cases, but I usually what you do in one area of your life, it tends to operate the same way in a different area of your life. So let's just say that person is a cheater, right? And they don't value loyalty or integrity. These people operate the same way when it comes to relationship at their work. They don't value other people at their jobs. But let's just say you meet someone that values that, and they go for that, and this is who they are. That's how they operate, and that's how they value life, and that's how they move towards life, and that's how they're always gonna view life. This is how I operate, and that's how I'm going to always show up. And I think that's important to understand because a lot of people they just focus on one area and that's who they are. So even in sales, I see my one of my friends, he's a very good salesperson, but how he operates is he gets very into that person's conversation. Like he really wants to know about the other person. But he also has a job too. So he has to know that he has to hit certain quotas too as well. But he's like, well, if you are interested, like this is what you could do and this is what you should do. I want it friends only, Mitchell. Okay, Annie, if that's what you truly want and you don't want that, that's fine. Uh as long as that's truly what you want. Okay. And if you ever do want to change your mind, just know that it is okay to change your mind. So if right now friends right now is all you want, great. But if you want more, know that it's okay to change your mind. All right. Let's see. Okay. Can attend twice. Can't go to. Okay. Sarah, attracting someone is a great feeling. Also depends on if you attract someone good or bad. Absolutely. If they make you feel good about you, why not let it see where it goes? Exactly. Especially if you vibe very well and they check all the boxes, you feel connected to them, right? And you properly vet them. Basically, you're screening them out. Like, are these people? Do they have a lot of red flags? Do I really want to be a part of this? I want to see. Okay. Here, Mrs. Tell me I could buy army membership. I have some people that's going there right now too, or going to the BTS concert. Jealous. I want to go so bad. I might just I have one of my friends buy me a T-shirt in a BTS concert, if they have any. Okay. Canada, Korea. Okay, exchange rate. Try and get point. Yeah, but no, it's the legit ones. Yeah. So I see that everyone's doing talking about K-pop. I'm glad that you guys have a culture in here. I think part of that too is because some of y'all got or that knew me as a dancer, and I always did J Park videos. People don't do videos like that no more, unfortunately. I need to make sure I can even get one first. I just asked my friend. I was like, "Yo, if you could get me some, maybe. If you don't worry about it. It's okay. I like BTS. I don't love them. Um, I know I'm gonna this. Yeah, a lot of people is gonna be like, "Oh, what the hell you saying? You don't love them? Like I love them." I was like, well, yeah, but that's you. You love them, not me. There's a difference. There's a difference. I like listening to Neo's music. I don't expect you to love him. Why should it be the same way with me? Same with the rice cakes. Our friends for life. All I want, not changing my mind. Okay, okay, Annie. Let's see. Mitchell, when dance cover again. I don't know. I don't know. As much as I like doing dance covers, it's fun. It takes not to say I don't want to put in the work. It's just that the work that is put in, it's I feel like I've done enough covers for myself as of now. I don't know if I'm gonna change my mind later on. Maybe. Unless there's a song that I'm like, ooh, I love that dance, I love that song, I have to do it. There's a difference. Right now, I don't really have anything that makes me want to do that. Now, am I gonna continue dancing? Hell yeah, because that's what makes me happy, and I like to keep sane, and I like to protect that. So, and in my gym right now, currently, they created so where that place that you saw me dance in that open area, it's no longer open anymore. So they built a little tiny studio, which is even better. Which is even better. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I still plug in my iPhone and I use their speakers because I'm like, oh, I'm in a studio and people outside can't hear me, so I'm gonna do my thing. We would like seeing you dance. Thank you, but I believe you need to attend the school for that. Ann Arbor. If I were to, if I were to think of any music video that I want to do, this is what it would be. So I always enjoyed Neo's One in a Million video. I've done many performances. I even had some people ask me if I could perform that at their wedding, but I was like, "You want me to fly out there to dance at your wedding?" They're like, "Yeah. Maybe actually be an MC too. You know, we like the way you talk." And I was like, "That sounds like a great opportunity, but I also don't want to just be in the middle of nowhere." Maybe that's just my I'm closed-minded in that area, right? Let me at least expand in my state first, right? But sometimes if there's an opportunity, you just gotta go for it. Can you come to my wedding? Can you be the groom? No, no, what? Yeah, can you come to my wedding? Yeah. Be the groom as well. uh, if I were to have a wedding, I'm definitely dancing. I'm definitely dancing, and that is going to be a cover. Okay, I'm gonna find dancers, and we would create this amazing. One, it doesn't have to be like super big, but it would be something that would be nice, right? I would definitely dance, and I want to make sure that um, people get entertained as much as they enjoy the time being there. Because if you think about it, uh, a lot of times, most people they don't want to be at that wedding unless they're like your really good friends or like that's your family, right? Um, but people you don't really know is like, do you really care about being at that wedding? Most of the time, no. It's like, okay, it's something that you could say you went to, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't wait, right? All right, let's see. Bye bye, guys. Enjoy the afternoon. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, Annie, for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good day. Um, the whole dance program, party dance. Oh, I love dance, and everybody gets lit every now and then, you know. True, but if you guys want to marry a guy that could, happy feet. Marry a guy that couldn't. I mean, I think it's like an added trait. I don't think it's absolutely necessary. So, like me dancing is not necessary. I just enjoy doing it, right? You don't need to dance in order to attract somebody. It could help. Oh my God, he can move his hips like that. Hmm. What else can he do? Let's see. Modern twist. Yeah. All right. I want to know I know I've been on a tangent. But what's something that you guys that resonated to you guys actually? What's the one thing that stood out to you about today's topic? Because I want to, as much as I enjoy doing this, I want to know what how it helps you, and if you're going to apply this, and if you are going to apply it, how are you going to apply it? If they're having fun, then that's fine. Yeah, you don't have to be a good dancer to have fun. And I feel like people enjoy more around other people that's not going to take themselves too serious. It's like if I trip, I'm like I make fun of myself. I'm like shit, I almost ate shit. Holy shit. And yeah, that's I'm like, yeah, like, do you see that? You, you saw that, right? They're like, yeah, yeah, are you okay? I was like, yeah, no, I felt that. I felt that. This side of my face will almost, yeah, yeah. You will almost look at me in a different way, but I wouldn't blame you. Anyways, yeah. I don't mind having a little fun, even if it means that laughing at myself. So yes, Mitchell, I like to laugh at myself sometimes, and that's okay. I like that being genuine is a learned behavior. It's something that yeah, and it's because, when I was growing up, I felt that being, if I felt like I'm not enough, that's who I am. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I gotta change. But it was understanding me, like, people make mistakes and it's okay. So if I trip or I fell, or, you know, let's just say, okay, here's an example. What do most people do in an elevator? You walk in, everyone's quiet. It's quietness in the elevator. But what if you walked in and you noticed something on someone? You'd be like, wow, those are really nice shoes. How long you had those for? Or or whatever shoes you're looking at, right? Or maybe you saw like a pendant on someone, like that's a really nice pendant on on you. Like, what is that? Can you tell me a little bit more about it? And you genuine about it, you starting a conversation, you building rapport. And then more and more people in there, they're gonna listen, because too many people are too afraid to speak up. So if you notice something, you like it, and that's genuine to you, ask that question. Ask that question. How do you get there, right? You compliment if you can, right? Yeah, and it's also noticing the things that they do too as well. It's like, I noticed that you do it really well, so I see that, and I don't care who else don't see it. Just know that there are people that does notice this. It's just that the only difference is people that notice it tend to not say it, and there are other people that don't notice it. They don't care. Okay, but you have to be willing to give. Would you consider yourself genuinely unique? I would. You have Italian and Portuguese background, which is totally cool and amazing. Sir, Sana twice, but she's okay. And I'm clumsy and I laugh at myself. That's good. That's good, because it's like you don't take yourself too serious. You ever, I get people. What you say? What you say about me? Like, no, it's all good. I like being genuine. It's like a learned behavior. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. So yeah. Um. Any questions? Any questions? I'll leave it on for another minute. So got another minute, and then I'm gonna close off. Because Mitchell has been talking a lot, and I'm pretty sure you guys have a life of your own. You're like, let me go do some stuff, and I'm gonna let you go. You go do your thing. I feel I am. It's all about get get time and respect. I like learning too about other cultures. What's your favorite thing about learn that you learned from another culture, Sarah? What's this culture that you learned and what you like about it? I'm also surprised that you guys never get annoyed. Like, Mitchell, can you change the damn song? It's been like this for almost a year. Has it been a year? I don't know. It's like, dude, Mitchell, you have been using the song on repeat. On repeat. Okay? No one noticed. Now, I like stuff on repeat, so that's why I do it. And it's calming, it's peaceful, it's chill. It gives you something to listen to when you're not listening to Mitchell's voice. But Sarah, I do like having a good time. I like to laugh, right? So that's always a good time. Try playing songs from Little Song. I can't play. Well, I don't know if I could play that because if I get demonetized for it, it would take away from, yeah. So I don't know if I could do that. So that's why I know that Stream Beats is free. So yeah, even though I'm not religious, let's see. Uh, Hindu really. No example. I feel like a lot of things are as practical, right? Like as long as it works for you, use what works for you. And laughing is it's a great medicine. It's a great medicine. And it's like who doesn't want to walk and have a good day? You know what I mean? Like who wants to be in a shitty mood all the time? Imagine just waking up shitty mood, then you have another person shitty mood, then you read the news, shitty news, more bad things happening to different people. Nothing that you can do about. It's not like you're going there, and it's not like you are there. You can feel bad about it, but you still got to do what you have to do, right? That's why I like to. Here's another secret. If I don't have a good time or like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, well, guess what? I like listening to music. At least it could cheer me up a little bit. And then I like to move, okay? And because I am a dancer, I like moving even more, okay? So I move already and I move even more. And when I change the physiology, my biology and my body, it changes, then I allow myself to change. But I need to apply a different result so that I don't always get the same thing in repetition. You know what I mean? It's about changing your physiology, changing the way you think, getting different results, right? Because if you always do the things that you always done, you're always gonna get the same results. So that's a little I wouldn't even say it's a secret. It's out there. You could Google it. You could ask me. It's out there. Um, but yeah, have a good time, being genuine, always laugh. I don't think anyone is ever too old for to laugh. Okay, so anyone that says, "Oh, I'm too old for that," like BS. You just haven't found happiness in your life. All all hip dances, Sarah. But when I was like 17. Yeah, Chevrolet, I would like to see you dance more too. You're a good dancer, so I don't know why you don't do it more. I don't know why you don't do it more. Sarah, I haven't seen you dance yet. Keep doing that. But that is all that I have for today. I know I went a little OT. Yeah, I did. A little OT. Um, but if you guys like this video, yeah, hit that like button. Share it to some of your friends. Sharing will help. So if you post, I think if you share my link and someone clicks it, I think that's how it works. I don't know. Um, but yeah, the link will get more people to watch. And I know this long form content that I'm doing right now, it's nice, but I do need to start creating more short form content. So I don't know. Maybe in the future we'll see if I could do two lives or maybe I could just do one live, depending on how my scheduling is. That might change too. So I hope you guys will be okay with that. Um, but know that I think what I can do is I could at least do one live a week, at least one. Okay. Um, listen to, yeah, do one. Dance more, have fun. Um, but anyways, thank you all for staying in. Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing because you know how it is. This is my favorite part. Hold up. Yo, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys like videos like this, I encourage you to turn on the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, like it, share it to your friends, whoever that needs this. Let them know. Let them know. It might help them. If not, I don't know. Find a reason to make fun of me. I don't care. But if you guys do enjoy this, there is I do have a Patreon. It's what, $1.49 a month. If you guys want to support me on my journey on becoming a content creator. And also I do have PayPal, but it'll mean more if you guys show me your pledges. But anyways, yeah, share to your friends. I want other people to become better. So that being said, though, we catch you guys. Oh, I'll catch you guys in the next live. All right, peace.